What is it?
We are a music program.
DaveTV, DaveTV, DaveTV.
We're Pocket Fishermen, and you're watching DaveTV.
And I don't know what happened, dude. I really don't remember. I know I wasn't able to drive.
So your first experience on acid, you didn't know what it was, and you just...
I'm lying.
Hi, this is Gunnar Hansen, Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and you're watching DaveTV.
We bring a live band in here, 5 o'clock, and we go till 6:30.
All right, we're Sniper 66. Thanks for watching! DaveTV! DaveTV!
You're hairy.
We're All Monsters Attack, and you're watching DaveTV!
DaveTV. DaveTV. DaveTV.
We're the Blood Royale, and you're watching DaveTV.
Woo!
We're Bird Band, and you're watching DaveTV.
Oh, I'm Suicide. You're watching DaveTV.
On DaveTV!
We do this Sundays 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. live and davetv.org for the reruns.
See that you're afraid to lie down in that bed you made. You're locked in your tomb of bones at the methadone clinic, y'all lay low. With the sun shining today, pour some sunshine on my well, I can see that you're insane. You're chasing fractals on an astral plane. You're locked in your tomb of bone at the methadone clinic, I'll lay low. With the sun
hey, you look like the guy in that band. Are you that guy?
Hi, my name's Dave.
Hey, this is Nathan, and you are watching Magic Video.
Woo! With Carlos Carrera.
This is Dave TV, and that was Dan Sire with a Y from last week's show, huh?
God, those guys are good.
You love them.
Really good. Yeah, man. I want to thank you. I want to thank the Skeleton crew. Actually, it was like all the people that were here that worked, and then the whole other crew came, and they decided to do other things, so the whole B team showed up, and man, they just thank everybody who was part of that. It was a blast. Thank you, Dave, for having Dancer after you knew what we sounded like.
It's the professional thing to do.
Right. Friends,
Yeah, absolutely. Right. So this is a live television program where you see live sets from bands, like you just saw a clip from there.
South by Southwest.
Fill in the blank, right? So this is the middle of March, and all sorts of things are going on downtown. I had an amazingly swift drive home from the gig at Kick Butt last night. Saw some amazing music there for the Rockstar Magazine show. I believe Stupid Drama was on the bill.
That was a lot of fun too. I was on tour with the Boleys. I guess it was close to a year ago, and I got a chance to see their whole set, and they got the chance to hear some songs and new songs that I've been working on. But man, they did kick ass. Jackie Walker was great. I heard Cepho ripped it up. I heard my favorite Ventura.
Hayden. Yeah, Hayden Vetera, and then also the Attorney That Rocks was there, who you saw open the show today. The lovable David Comey, great fellow, great band.
We were just talking about that. When David started, I don't know if it was his first band or what, and he decided to just rock because he was the Attorney That Rocked. But we were talking, man, we didn't like them too much, or, they were always my favorite. But thanks. But man, they've gotten so much better. They've made a few changes. The attitude of the whole band is, we're coming to kick your ass, and it's just a great thing to see.
Yeah. And the bill put together by the amazing Russell Dowden. So
how much of a rock star do you have to be, Dave?
I don't know, dude, but it's an example we can all exalt ourselves to. You write for the magazine occasionally. You cranking any nuggets out anytime this year?
I have a few things in the works, and I started, I put those things up, and as they start popping up as memories, a lot of the same shit, another thing where people who hold the music scene down here 360 days out of the year get booted out of our weekly gigs, so people out of town can come and look for that elusive brass ring and the contract, and then Sprite can come, and it's just turned into such a different thing. But like I said last night, it's up to us as the musicians to turn this into something different, something that we could turn on the man, something to where they don't take over, but what we do is we meet people. We go out, we don't fucking hate. We go out and we use what they've put together as a platform for us to rub elbows with other people, other bands, other promoters, videographers, photographers, other musicians, other bands that you can network with. And it's not just here in Austin, but all over. So then that takes away from the stigma of it turning into this big conglomerate bullshit thing that it's turned into, back into we're going to take it over. And if we can only get a little piece, we're going to take that piece and we're going to make it bigger than you could ever dream about making.
And he means include local music this time.
And it sure would be great,
It's not really that they don't right now, and that's great that they do, and I'm not going to whine. But
okay,
there are solutions, and there are amazing things happening.
The very first couple that I did South by Southwest 2 for the next decade.
I remember when it was $10.
It was a local thing for bigger people to come and see the local thing. Now, do you need sponsors? Yes. Did it need to turn into this great big thing? Well, not really. Okay, right. But then in turn, if the city is going to make millions, and let's say even change that M to a B, billions of dollars, and you're riding on the backs of the musicians that are coming in here to play for free and to play for badges, which they should be allowed to get into the show anyway because they're fucking playing it. You know, how are you going to pay us something that we already deserve? And then just at least throw a little bit our way, you know.
And you can't even like go in the alley behind Flamingo Cantina to load your gear in this year, I'm understanding. And there's just, you like, can't this and can't that. But boy, have you seen the mural at the airport?
That's where they did all. That's where all my money went. But you know, it's not complaining. It is what is. You and I have been doing the music scene separately for a long time, and then for a very long time, for decades and decades, decades together, and we've seen what it started as and what it is today. And it would be cool if they got somebody from the street to help them bring it back down to a level of fucking cool, because it is in idea, it is a very, very cool thing.
I tell you what, man, I'm going to say one last thing about this, and we have some guests we're going to talk to.
Right.
My personal opinion, because I go see a lot of music, is one of the broken links, if not the biggest broken link right now, unfortunately, is musicians. For a lot of reasons. There are many that come to mind. The one I seem to find most disturbing is they don't come to shows that they're not playing on for the most part. Now, there's a handful, but I could name more people who are fans like myself, Ray, the world's most dangerous fan, Dale.
Yeah.
Many people who aren't in a band who go support music because they're fans. So I don't really see that we're missing the fan support anymore that people claim isn't happening. But I'd say the band members going out and supporting when they're not playing, unfortunately. And yes, I get there's a million reasons. You get kids, your job. I think most of us have something we could throw out there if we needed to.
As a reason.
Yeah. So I respect that, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful in that sense, but really, if you want to get behind it, make a difference. I know 3 people who drive over an hour to come see shows they're not playing at and promote shows, so it's not that hard. So yeah, speaking of that, we have some guests.
So then, instead of just complaining, then maybe musicians should be able to go out and see shows. I have a friend that actually was talking about the same thing. It's like, hey man, I'm playing in 2 bands. I'm asking y'all to come see me, and next time I'm not going to be so nice. And I'm thinking to myself, when's the last time I'm going to see this motherfucker at my set? You know, and I rehearse 4 times a week. I try and get out and see shows. I see different shows than what you do, but you know, I try and go out and unplug my friends' amplifiers whenever I can. And it's a shame how many rock stars there are already in this town that will not go and support, but will complain that people aren't going to go support them. Yep. So you're absolutely correct. Fuck us.
I'm just saying.
Fuck us. Let's make this happen for real. And we have to start it.
It's hard, man, but it's I know it.
Correct. Or you can go drastic, like some of our friends are doing, with the thing that we're not going to thingy thing.
Hey, brother, you and me are in alliance on that.
Right.
So,
ladies and gentlemen,
boom, I'm here all week.
Without further ado,
I have a mummy, and I know Emma is here. Hi, Emma. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay. And I'm scared because there's a mummy. And
This is King Tut.
This guy didn't even bring tacos, but something's going on. I'm not quite sure what. What's going on, you guys?
Not much. We are here to talk about a show.
I heard there was something coming up around town. There's a few shows. I think Wednesday there's one I'm going to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be
I was dug up and summoned from billions of years ago. And I'm going to a show on Wednesday and Thursday at Kick Butt Coffee. It's going to be pretty swell.
You are swelling in certain places, actually. How long have you been dead?
Every time I think about the show, I tend to swell in certain areas.
You should put more of a rap right there.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think.
Like
That's not the rap.
Third Coast, West Coast?
Like this. Gulf Coast bitches.
What is happening Wednesday, Emma?
We are going to be having a lot of people playing. Actually, we, as in the Boleys, we are going to be hosting the show.
The Boleys.
Who are they?
They're a band I play with my brothers. I don't know that you guys have actually met them yet.
No.
I'll have to bring you home to meet them after this. But
They're pretty quiet.
Yeah, they're like
Unless they
quiet.
wear masks.
They seem lame.
Yeah, they are.
I don't know about
You sure you haven't met them?
Yeah, you sure?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Emma, and this
definitely
fellow
not
picked
me.
me up at the airport.
Yeah, that's Gary Belt. He doesn't like to talk. He's a shy man.
Hello, Gary.
All right.
Yes.
Some of the bands that are playing Wednesday, actually all of the bands. JD Pincus is going to be there.
Oh,
Liz Spiller.
keep on the grass. His cassette is really amazing, and I saw his last residency night at Carousel Lounge that he was playing that stuff. It's next level. I enjoyed the hell out of that. JD Pincus.
Did you say cassette?
Cassette
How do you listen to it?
on my cassette deck.
You have a cassette deck?
Cassette D's.
I remember those.
What's a cassette?
I interrupted Emma.
Oh, no, that's okay. JD Pincus is going to be badass. We're going to have Bliss Spiller as well. And Latchkey Kid. Burn Band's going to be there.
Oh, wow.
I think you know Burn Band, right?
I've heard them. I think is it a polka band? Is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Now,
They're
speaking
really,
of
really
other
killer.
cats that started off, I don't know if they were just joking or they didn't take it as serious. But now, man, they are writing. Like, you keep talking next level, and that's a word that's over. But man, their new album they did with Ethan Boley and
Yeah, I think I know.
a good-looking gentleman that mixed the album.
Rodrigo.
Yeah, we'll just call him Rodrigo.
It sounds great, and even if I didn't know them, I'd say it sounded great.
Well, man, they like to call themselves punk rock, and they raise the punk rock flag. But to me, it's the early crossover whenever punk rock started turning into metal. The old, I keep saying that the first Megadeth record is what it keeps reminding me of, and it's just so brutal. And when they quit wearing the stuff that they were wearing and started taking the music a little more serious, man. They just, and now they're a 3-piece, and it's just better than I've ever heard them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So they're going to represent there's hippie and there's funk apparently, but the punk portion is what I'm taking from that.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir, they will be. Hippie Punk Funky Fest. I didn't even say the name.
Awesome.
Gosh, I'm bad at this.
Fest.
Ethan, do you know any of the...
No.
Mummy.
No, not Ethan. No.
Are you
Ethan's
my
not
mummy?
here. I keep thinking. Mummy. King Tut.
What?
What are some more bands that are playing?
On this paper it says Nathan's Stupid Drama. Who's that?
Nathan's Stupid
Man,
Drums.
it is a band that I've had since 1994 with some of the best players that ever could play music, and they have taken on. Now I have David Swanson. You might know him from Texas Microphone Massacre. And the guy who goes, oh, Danny G's in my band. Well, Danny G's in my band too. So it's just a lot of fun. We had a hell of a set last night, and since the first of the year, it's taken on a whole new feeling of joy and happiness. So thank you all very much for thank you very much for the opportunity.
Of course.
And when you see your brothers, tell them thank you too.
I think they are probably watching this somewhere.
Righteous.
So, thanks, boys.
Well, yeah. Thanks, boys.
Thank you,
Thank
boys.
you for being there. We enjoy having you out.
Nathan's Stupid Drama is amazing.
Amazing.
And that Danny G fellow is also in, I think, the Thunder Rosa and Ocean of Stars, who are also playing.
Damn.
I think.
King Tut knows his stuff.
It's a long time for him.
Well, he said, you usually tries to stretch it out, but he said, "Buck it, I'm going to get it all over with one day." So Thunder
Admirable.
Rosa, you might know AJ and the boys. They do that beer drinking,
Cocaine snorting.
coke. Yeah, Cocaine snorting, hell raising, motherfucking steal your best friend's girlfriend, rock and fucking roll.
Skynyrd, no.
You know, well, a little heavier than Skynyrd.
Oh, absolutely.
It could be Sabbath, could be Cake. You know, that type of, well, not the band Cake, I was just saying. Could be
Sabbath Cake?
Sabbath pancakes. And then the Ocean of Stars. If you haven't seen this, man, it is rock and roll with my brother Rick Furley and a saxophone player who makes his saxophone sound like a guitar, but it's like that ambient space hippie rock.
Wah pedal thing, huh?
Yeah, with a bunch of, and that's just a saxophone. And then Danny G goes,
Just like that, folks.
yeah. And then this is pretty much, you know, yeah. And then boom, 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 and Rick doing this. Burn.
I also heard that you guys were going to have the #1 punk rock band in Austin on the bill.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're gonna have a couple of those.
There's only one this year.
Number ones.
Yeah, we are. Sailor Poon and Worm Suicide will be on March 15th.
What?
And,
Who else is on
it's the
there?
next day. Day Eater, Peyote Coyote.
Dave's badass.
Yes, I love Day Eater, and Peyote Coyote is a good band. I don't know if you guys have
Great
ever
name.
gotten out to see them. They're really good. Yeah, they've got another really badass chick drummer. She can shred
I
it.
remember Peyote
Yeah.
from my days.
Right on.
Young
Really
Tut.
embalmed you.
The bombing, that was a whole nother level. That was great.
It's the
Sorry, ma'am.
Bosleys. The Bosleys will be there as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ben
The
Buck.
Bosleys.
Yeah, the Bosleys.
Hey,
Tom Bosley's my favorite.
that's not y'all, but you.
Yeah.
And not y'all, definitely.
No, definitely not them.
Right.
But Ben Buckle will be there too. Strangelot. The Nomads are going to be there. Naga Brujo will be there. Yeah, we got a lot of people coming out. Los Wilds. Joe Crespook. How do you even say this, Ethan?
King Tut?
Wait,
King Tut.
Joe.
Joe.
King Ethan.
Who?
King Tut.
Huh?
Do you know how to say this name?
Joe Crepusculo.
There you go.
That's it,
Perfect.
gentlemen. King
King Tut. King E-Tut.
Thank you to all my people.
Jaguar will be there, and Pity Party. And Pity Party will actually be there as well Wednesday, and Bird Casino is going to be on Wednesday, and Fruit Tones and Being Dead. I forgot to mention them. Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, there's a lot of bands lined up to play.
Pretty
It's
stacked
going to be pretty
lineup.
awesome.
Sounds
That's
like
amazing.
a killer party.
So it started off with just one day.
Yes.
And
Originally
then-
it was just one day booked.
And what made you want to put on a hippie baka fest?
Ethan, my brother, actually started the whole idea, and he was like, I'm going to get a whole big lineup together myself for South by. And Ethan did most of the booking and everything, but him and Daniel got together a little later after we booked the first night, and they were like, well, let's just make it a 2-day thing. So turned into a 2-day thing. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. I'm very excited.
So whenever you talk about the Bosleys, y'all came on and started playing with you and your brothers. Definitely not you guys, but y'all came on the scene pretty quickly and started getting some really kick-ass shows. I know that y'all came prepared. I know that Ethan was working and learning from the recording conservatory. I do know that. So then all of a sudden, bam, y'all are like the Boleys. And y'all seem to be a little bit of everywhere. Is that like, some people say you shouldn't play a lot. Some people are of the mindset of, fuck it, we're going to play every bill and we're going to be badass at every one and we're going to, you know. It seems that y'all have taken on that attitude, or I'm sorry, you and your brothers, definitely not y'all, have taken on the attitude that that's what y'all are going to do.
Yeah, we really enjoy getting out and playing live shows, and sometimes we'll kind of book like back to back a lot, but most of the time we'll do a couple and then have a space in between. I think we just really enjoy just playing music for people and having the reaction there and feeling the emotion and everything. And I don't know, I just enjoy playing live, so I don't see why not play live as much as I can.
I think that Ethan fellow's a prostitute as well.
Oh yeah,
Must
he
help
has
him
to get
find
out.
clients being in a band.
He
I just heard from a friend. I don't know for sure.
Definitely not me.
Not me.
prostitutes his prostate. It's one of those things. It's ongoing, but
Really?
absolutely.
When you're 50.
Yeah. So the lineup is pretty stacked for sure. You guys have definitely made a dent in the scene since you came out and I don't know, started hitting hard in about 2012, I guess, is when I remember
Yep.
the Boleys coming out.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you, definitely not you guys, but y'all have like really grown up in the Austin rock music scene. I mean, y'all were, to say kids, I don't mean that in any disrespect to you or not y'all, but y'all were kids, and now to see y'all mature and the music that you've written and stuff, do you find it was easier when you were younger and a little bit more naive to the music scene?
Yes and no, because like booking shows and everything is definitely like a breeze now because we know more people and we're able to give people a reference. Just because when we are underage, at least out of town, it's kind of a people are more what am I trying to say?
Are they hesitant?
Hesitant to book us because they're like, well, you're underage, especially if it's a 21 up bar. But now that we have the references to be like, well, call these guys. They know we're not going to do anything stupid or anything. But
Except that one tour with Nathan.
Except the one, yeah.
Oh my God.
That's okay though.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what happens on tour stays on tour. So.
I really like you.
I know personally hearing the Bodines last night, they have some new material.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir, we do. We were a little bit worried about it last night, but
No.
You sang.
I did. I have my lead vocal part.
And you know,
That show, that was great.
My favorite part of that
Thank
song
you.
that she sang was that part where it was like this.
Yeah, where the mic fell.
That was awesome.
I think it was probably the best part of my performance.
Good move.
Boobs need time too, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I guess it was still attached at least because during
Right.
Dharma Kings it fully came off the mic stand.
Oh,
I had
dang.
the roadie for that, so
Oh,
I'm
man.
down for anything though.
Nice.
Man, that sound man cat.
I roadied for the mum. I mean, your brother.
Yeah.
Last night.
That
Yeah, you
sound man
did.
cat. Nick. That, every time I've seen him there, not that the other sound man is bad, man, but Nick has a way of making things run almost seamlessly, you know, and I could see him and he's working his ass off, but then he has time to hit on all the ladies.
And the fellas.
And the fellas.
Perks of being a sound guy.
Hey, it's awesome.
So we're gonna play a clip from the Bradleys. I think that
Love
goes-
Bradley's.
way back. I think it's one of those songs from back in the first incarnation of the band. It's expletive. It's called "Fuck You" by the
Oh,
Boleys.
nice.
The one where your arm falls off.
That
Oh,
one
it
goes
might be.
ba-
Yeah.
That one goes back a ways, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Boogaloos on DaveTV.
Woo, it's the Blondie.
The Blondie.
You wanna know what I'm here for? You wanna know my name? You wanna know what I'm doing? Well, hey, fuck you. You wanna know what I'm here for? skiddly-doo.
I'm Joe.
I'm Emma.
And I'm Ethan.
And we're the Boleys, and you're watching DaveTV.
Season.
Iron Fist, steel arm. We must force substitution club. There will be no turning back. Riots fight, people fly. We cannot forget their names. Their ghosts will rise and attack. What for the pain to make a dream? I'm down for my gunpowder ground. Tension, alright. 50 lost alibis. 100 gone. Reach for the sky. Cigarettes, so one refreshing pair. Every single action turn I turn by my tears. Smelling boxy letter, the heart of coffee core. I break my teeth off right into my door. And I hear my car alarm go off. Suddenly I'm laying in my bed, running to my cigarette. Then it hits me like a giant boxy rug. My dreams are torn as my life. I was a spectator at the Deep Fried Parade. The people Western night fair, they gave me lemonade. Rockin' with the fun, like that's each other on. I'm so glad to see her again, her up in the hug. And she hisses and she scratches me. Suddenly I'm laying in my bed, running to my cigarette. Then it hits me like a giant boxing rug. My dreams are as torn as my life.
That was real for a second. I was like,
Well, the butts. I love them butts. That's Dreamland. I think they're a pretty awesome Austin band. He's all choked up about the amazing likeness of the guitar that Kurt plays and the one that he plays that Zach gave him.
Well, I like the one Zach gave me. It's a 100% real live Gibson, and that one that he plays was really made from Gibson. So I mean, I was thinking, do you play a Gold Burst? You know, but then everybody plays Gold Burst, especially as shout out to my boy Bobby Landgraf. And what's that thing that they call themselves? Rockingham. Fucking, that's a hell of a fucking band, man. But I see you biting your tongue. But
I just want to say, Bernal, I'd be intimidated to play on a stage with somebody that amazing live, dude. Like, that dude owns every inch of the space.
At the very, very beginning of my stint here back in 1980, oh my God, Steve Bernal and I were roommates. I came in listening to Michael Schenker. I came in listening to that Huey Lewis album that was with that Chris guy on guitar. I came in listening to Moxie, Montrose, Scorpions with Klaus Meine, who loves the American women. And that's what I was on my record player. Yeah. And he would put on Miles Davis. Mm-hmm. He would put on The Who. That was about as hard rock as he got. He turned me on to a band called King Crimson. Mm-hmm. And so it was you talk about a clash of the Titans, man. I was Joe from Corpus. There was nobody was gonna fuck with, you know. And he played in a really cool band called Viper from Victoria, and they did all the Rush and all the stuff that was just over my head at the time because I was into Michael Schenker 2 power chord fucking rock shit, you know. And so we've been bros ever since. I met Bobby when Bobby was a rock star and totally owned this town. He moved to California, and he gave me his blue book. I remember it wasn't a black book; it was a blue book. And he goes, "Here, dude. Here's all my contacts. Here's all my information. Go out, fucking do it. Do it the right way. Here's the back way in." And that's when Dancer really took off in 1987. Nice. And so I know a lot of people call those guys brothers, you know. Oh, fucking man, but straight up, man, they're my brothers. You had a conversation with Bobby about some of our chops, and he goes, "How can we fucking not, you know, play almost the same? We grew up playing the same music." What was funny is our favorite albums were the same albums. We had different songs that were our favorite songs on the album, though, you know. So it was great, man. How do you...
Brian, their drummer, do you know Brian? Mendez, Brian, oh my God.
He was recommended by another cat to do drama. And so with Brian, he was always supposed to come and do drama. But man, that dude is, you talk about a pro. There's several cats here in town that work. And when I mean work, Brian's one of them, Victor Vembrosi.
Oh, gotcha.
He's another one. So I tend to know all these guys from the show, from playing out, you know. But all just great friends and a hell of a fucking band.
Awesome.
Speaking of,
yes, sir,
a hell of a fucking band. Right now, we have in the studio live right now to talk about the Boleys Hippie Cuppa Knucklefest. Ladies and gentlemen, Emma Boley, King Mummy Toilet Paper Guy, and the guy who's coming for child support. The Boleys!
The Boley.
The Boleys.
Come on down, what's up? It was me the whole time.
No!
Everybody
No, people, it's exposure.
Oh
I fooled you all. I knew it.
Wow, dude, I had no idea.
So now here's the question.
Damn.
That's sure. It's a lot of hair on your belly button.
Can we get a close-up of it?
Ladies.
Dude, I remember when I was. I remember when I looked like that, all cute with a little bitty one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look out.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Belly button.
He's just a boy. What the? Dude, that is impressive, brother. That is
Maybe
impressive.
some stuff in it.
Call it. It's got its own TV show. Hello, Belly Button.
How's
Live.
it going?
Belly button.
Make it talk, man. Hello. Hi, my name is.
14th and 15th. If you get, maybe I'm gonna be there.
Oh my goodness gracious. Well, the King Tut had me fooled. I'm shocked. It's clearly the Boleys. -1 at least.
I had an idea whenever the Mummy took off his glasses earlier.
No.
Well, Joe has a school play.
Yeah.
He's at right now.
Right
so
on.
we brought Gary along with us.
Yeah.
An
Gary's
old friend of ours from
good.
Florence.
Yeah. Right on. Well,
Herds cattle.
he doesn't talk a lot of shit, so we're good. He's
Yeah.
all right. So.
Speaking of a lot of shit, there's a lot of toilet paper right there.
Oh, we'll clean this up. We'll clean this up. No worries.
No, just in case there's a lot of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember when
somebody had diarrhea.
you had I think it was the Skynyrd come in for an interview? I think we needed this then, didn't we?
Ladies and gentlemen, they are they're doing a thing for Rockfest. The first time they played in a while, the Skynyrd, but we had them and you brought them in, and I was. They had a strobe light, 4 grown men, and a lady in leather that every once in a while would get down on all fours and they would whip her.
Shout out to Kim.
With the whipping thing,
Ooh.
like they would whip her.
With whipped cream.
Oh, and then he had like a big penis thing with moose, and then while the other dudes was whipping him, he would like push that moose can on his fake thingy on his kilt, and it would shoot out moose, and it was like, I don't know what I'm doing here.
I forgot if you had just been brought back and didn't want to get fired, or you were afraid of getting fired, but you were trying to do a straight interview and ask questions that were relevant, and they wouldn't answer a single one, is how I remember that going down.
Dude, I've always been on my best behavior. It was up to you not to recognize the situation that I was in.
So we got the. So there's something going on Wednesday that I'm gonna be at. If you want to discuss this further,
you know what's gonna be cool is Ethan put on a great show. Kick Butt Coffee this Wednesday.
And Thursday.
And Thursday. So it was a one-day fest turned into a two-day fest. Is this a kind of so what by so what type of thing? Is this what you decided to put together for that week, or what?
Basically, they Kick Butt let me book something, and so I was like, well, I'm gonna book a lot of shit. I mean, stuff. And so I booked as many bands as I could, and you know, tried to get some bands that know were out in Austin playing and everything. So and try and put everything all together in one big room of like bands that I know personally are hardworking musicians, and they put themselves into their craft, and you know, they're not just half-A-ing it out there, you know? I mean, good gracious.
Obviously, the people that you put together on the bill have that common thread of working together and having some similar fans in the audience, too, which makes for an amazing show.
Yeah.
So, you think you'll be looking at doing any other shows in the future, man? Like some kind of, monthly, any yearly for this fest, for instance, or any other booking?
We'll see. I really want to do it way more often. So if I could do a monthly thing eventually, then that'd be great.
I promise you, anyone in this town who is booking bands right now would be more than happy to let you do that for them.
That is so
With that being said, man, I bet you. Okay, so the first one is cool. Everybody's looking to play, right? The second one, you got to get people to want to come and bring their people, right?
Yeah.
Do you think, and you know this because you book every week almost, and you book a show, and you've got all this, and you've got to make all of this work. You've got to coordinate all the people and the whole thing. So I can't, and that's on top of booking the talent.
Yep.
All right. Same thing with Bobby, with Bobby Car Sales guy. But do you think it would be harder to do multiple shows and actually book a club, or do you think because you're Ethan with the long hair mummy guy that you could pull people in to do shows like that because they would do it for you because you're friends and you're a fan?
Yeah. I think we all have the same common goal, you know, and which is to have an event that is number one fun and filled with great bands. And if you have if you charge a little bit of door, which we're charging $5 at the door.
But can't talk about that, so
you know, if you just hopefully if I have the power to like book bands and hopefully get them paid and hopefully have a big crowd and hopefully create an environment to where like everyone's welcome. There's no clickiness. It's all just like everyone having a good time, and it's because we're all musicians, man. Like musicians are just like the coolest people to hang out around, and that's what we found. And so that's what we want to do: just create an environment to where everybody can come and be a part of it.
So I'm surprised it's not, as we discussed earlier, more musicians at shows because it is a great environment.
And that's something,
you know?
Getting musicians that will come and support, you know, the rest of the show and all that.
Yeah, and I think the more of those type of gigs, the merrier. It's hard to say that you can predict in one spot that, okay, this is the one gig a month everybody's supposed to go to at the one place that everybody's supposed to go to. Yeah. I say the more the merrier.
Right, right. So you're talking about getting all these different bands. So I know that you have, I know you call it the Punk Rock Super Picka 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 Fest, but You have bands, punk rock. You've got a little more folk rock. You know that you've got some really crazy heavy stuff in there. And then you've got an acoustic prog band.
We have hip hop too.
Hip hop also. So how do you get all of those genres to work together and make it run smooth? Because I mean, after a little while, people's egos about their music is gonna. Or do you find that people's egos don't come into play because of what's going on? With that, like that.
I'm not sure. This is the first one, so we'll see.
Right.
But really, I think everybody's got their time to do their thing, and I think that's totally no matter what band you see, and I tried to choose the bands and the musicians that I see actively like doing stuff around town, and not saying that like I'm choosing the only bands in Austin that do that, because there could have been. Oh, yeah, sorry, I keep doing that. There could have been numerous other bands that aren't on the bill this time that could have been on the bill because I know they're hardworking bands and they want to do it. So, as long as, it really is just me asking bands, like, would you be down? And most of the bands were down. So I am 100% down to just organize it and, get it rolling.
I think in my experience with the shows that I've been able to book, as an example, Kick Butt, since the gig is there, Wednesday and Thursday, like the Day Fest or through the year when I have a friend who is looking to play a gig and they have a slot, the thing that evens out that genre gap or confrontation, perhaps I would say, is the fact that this place isn't really in the middle of somewhere that's established a genre or scene for itself, like Red River.
It's not a heavy metal bar.
Yeah, that's a really good
It's
point.
not a hip hop joint.
It's a restaurant, it's a coffee, it's a bar, it's a whatever. So there's not a thing. It's all ages. And like I say, physically speaking, it's not like on Red River where, you've got clubs known for whatever they're doing and they've got their genre, pick whichever one that is, So lack of identity, different identity, I don't know what, but I think that there's something about that that's special, that does bridge a gap when you have a show with a hip hop band and then a funk band or a punk band or a metal band, and that's always worked for me. There's been a lot of people who, myself included, try to book events in Austin in the last 30 years that I've been out doing it, with multiple genres. Right? But with multiple genres.
Right.
You've always got the ladies' night or the metal Mondays or the blues whatever. But the multiple genre thing, very passionate about, but I've done it well and done it bad. And I remember Red Eyed Fly tried that really hard, and sometimes it worked well and sometimes it didn't. It's a roll of the dice with the multiple genres.
Yeah, totally. I totally understand that. You had a good point saying about how Kick Butt really is. It's like a multi-genre kind of bar.
Last place that was like
musicians are musicians. That's what I like. I like seeing shows like, as long as I can see that an artist can like get on there and like put on a good live performance and put like bring his stuff up and just like play a good show. And they put their time and heart into it. Like, I can respect that no matter what, break the genre thing, fuck,
if you build it, they will come.
Yeah, hopefully, man.
Speaking of, hey man, you want to rock some rock?
Yeah, let's rock some rock.
We're gonna rock some rock.
All right, man. So you're watching DaveTV. We're here with 2/3 of the Boleys, and we'll be back and play some more music now, I think. Okay, yeah. See ya.
Enjoy. It's called Grab Her by the Pussy.
functioning machine. I run on hot rod gasoline. I got the biggest dick that you ever seen. Hey, check out my ride. Well, she just turned 18, and when I take my shot, she's gonna lick it clean. So don't you fuck with me. Can't you see I'm a celebrity? All the chicks fall in love with me when I'm grabbing them by the pussy. It's my presidential decree that I grab them by the pussy. Unapologetically, grab them by the pussy. Fucking meat machine. I run on hot rod gasoline. I got the biggest dick that you ever seen. So don't you fuck with me. Can't you see I'm a celebrity? All the chicks fall in love with me when I'm grabbing them by the pussy. It's my presidential decree that I grab them by the pussy. Unapologetically, take it away, Gerald! It's my presidential decree that I unapologetically grab them by the pussy. Yeah, one more time. Said it's my presidential decree that I love that snappy twat. Give me what you got. That's our hit. That's our fucking hit. Hey! TV! Hey! TV! Hey! TV! Hey! TV! We are Trump Card, and you're watching Dave TV. I've never been one to question someone else's guns. But your Messiah is a liar. Rules for live life was foul. What do they think I should throw in the jail? To be a fat piece of stuff. Will you the conscience from my place of burn? I feel away, buried alive. Rebuild the camping, buried alive. The heart beating my head, buried alive. I'm gone, 13 on dog. I could like the so clean. Look at the heathen, the yellow strain. Be a feather cluster. I use a liquid to wash a camera. Burn, I feel away, buried alive. Rebuild the camping. The heart beating my head, buried alive. I know, 6 feet on dog. Not a single thing to say. So put that on another day. I like to start to break. I know they call them sleep to bed. Gotta go all the way. So put that on another day. How about today? And maybe your ex won't stay. So put all away. 6 feet under, I feel away. Buried alive. Rebuild the camping. Buried alive. Heart beating my way. Buried alive. I go 6 feet under.
Ha! Worm suicide, y'all. We were singing along, I think, inside our pants. That features the bass player. What's his name, Nathan?
Bob. He says he looks like a thumb.
So he's a hell of a guy, but yeah, he looks like a thumb.
This is no time for selfies, guys.
God, Nathan, get it together. We're live on TV. So this is Dave TV. We're gonna do one little more talk break, and then we're gonna close the show. So Pickle's coming up.
Tell everybody, hey everybody, this is a television program that we put on every.
Wait, let me do the Danzig way.
All right. Oh, not that way. That's a Danzig way where you like take that whole thing. I saw him where he like swallowed the whole thing.
Well, you'll have to show that video. He doesn't like videos much.
Right. So, anyway, jokes. We're a television program called Dave TV. We're a live music program that comes to you every Sunday live, almost all of the time, unless they kick us out of here. Today, we are talking about a fest, a music fest that's coming up Wednesday and Thursday that Ethan Boley put together with his fine comrades. What are their comrades? They're your siblings, yeah? Well, Emma on drums. If you haven't seen the Boleys, they're fantastic. Ethan sings and writes. And then sitting in for Joe Boley is...
Gary Bell. Gary, do you want to say a good couple words? Huh?
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, thanks, guys. But this Wednesday, if you're watching a rerun, you probably were at the show, and you'll be able to post about how great an evening it was. We got them in here today. This is Dave. He's been the leader of this flagship for a long time. I'm Nathan. I've been his Jerry Lewis whenever he lets me come up here, and I cut up and try and talk without saying all the time. But ladies and gentlemen, the Bigsbys are in the house.
Hello, we're the Bosses.
The Basil.
So being the Baxters, like you've been for what, 27 years now?
Yeah.
Have you seen a lot of pain and suffering on the road?
Every day.
Every day.
Every day, pain and suffering. Every day.
It's a tough time on the road.
And is it really like something that you wake up every morning knowing that you're considered an Austin band, and they don't even have the insight to know that you're not even from Austin? They assume.
Sucker.
No, not really. I like Austin. Austin's cool. The town we came from is also cool. All towns are pretty cool, but of course there's dicks in some towns. But Austin, there's not a lot of dicks. So
Yeah, it's
more
Gerald you got to look out for.
Yeah, Gerald.
Or Onion.
Oh, Onion?
Onion, Texas.
Yeah.
Everybody's crying.
Oh.
Is that where Jamie's from?
Whoa, 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 Jamie's crying. For all you underage folks who don't know what the fuck that is, that's Van Halen.
I'm sending that to Kevin Dodd.
Wait, who's Van Halen?
Oh, don't worry, man. It's Sammy Hagar band.
I've heard of that guy. I saw him on the internet.
Oh, that's great.
Saw some old videos.
Yeah. So, do you know where the Blandsleys are going to be playing out other than Wednesday and Thursday, where they'll be hanging out and playing a little too?
Ladies and gentlemen,
yeah,
Emma
if you just
Bowling.
go.
I just stole that from you.
No, do it.
We're definitely gonna be at what's that place called?
We're
Like,
Dozen Street.
Dozen Street.
Oh, Dozen
I was
Street.
thinking
Awesome.
12.
That's
I was
great.
like 12. I know
That's
there's
awesome.
like a 12.
Your eyeballs got all
I'll share with you that for the longest time I knew Dozen Street, of course. I was like, Dozen Street, cool. And the first time I went there, which is at least a year or more after I knew they existed, I realized Dozen 12th Street doesn't. Oh.
Ay, Dios míos.
So that's special, but I love that place. That was a really awesome place to play. You
We're
played there
super
before?
excited.
Actually, we haven't.
Yeah.
First time. I went there with Dater the other day. I was being a Dater member,
Hell
and
yeah.
and yeah, it was cool. It was fun.
It's
They have all
hot.
the mirrors and stuff. Really,
It's hot, yeah. I was going there. They had something called, they called it the Vibe instead of a jam, and they had all the funk, the best funk players going there. And David Manley was running that show over there. And man, that's where I got to see the Brian Mendez. I got to see all of those cats that play in church, you know, that are those badasses in church where the guys are flopping around on the ground and they're just funking it up to death.
Yeah.
So fun.
Pentecostal, of course.
Well, no, they're religious. So man, just awesome. And so that's where they all went. There was rappers, there were singers, and every once in a while I would get up there because you know I have words, you know, and I would take one of my songs that I already had, and I would just kind of flow over the top of the beat that they had, and then after about 5 minutes, I was out of breath and had nothing else to say.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say they pushed you off the stage and told you
No,
to shut
man,
up.
they were going, go, and I'm going, jalapenos and cocaine. You know, man, I didn't like, what the hell do you say? But there are some very, very talented people that I've seen there, and I know that they're still trying to continue to bring people out that way. There was a club where you had the very first Dave Fest that was over there that died.
Yeah.
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 Is there anything that has replaced that other than Dozen
restaurant.
Street? A restaurant. Well, I'll be playing acoustic guitar at that restaurant.
Owned by my good friend Randall.
Really?
Beerland.
Oh, well then that's a restaurant.
It's growth. People, Austin grows. Get over it.
Yeah, I know. You know, and then you think about that, and for everyone that closes to open, you know, and I understand that, but
But it takes longer to sit on, get in your car and go see them than it does to bitch about it on Facebook. So.
hey, I bitched about it on Facebook too once. Not anymore.
I'm
After
scared
Dave
now.
got a hold of me.
I'll call you out. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm a dick.
Yeah, but it.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, well.
Woo. So where are the Please playing?
We're also playing Indie Fest, which is going to be super cool. And I'm pretty sure we're playing that on Saturday.
Nice, man.
And then we're at the Electric Church on Friday.
And we're going to be doing I don't think it's at the Electric Church. It's at Sahara Lounge.
At the Sahara Lounge. But the dudes at the Electric
from
Church
the
are
light.
putting it on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Those guys are awesome.
We're also
Sahara is that old club. It used to be an old juke joint from oh my God. And they used to, it's where the people from the east side used to go to party. And it was very, very few and far between that, if I'm correct, that they wouldn't, it was very strange for them to see people of our skin color
I forgot what it was. Hank Sr. played somewhere down there, the same place Elvis Presley played. I forgot what that was.
It's a true Austin gem. And what's scary, when I first walked in there, the doors were thin, so I had to turn sideways to walk in. I'm big now, but I was a lot bigger then. Mm-hmm. And everything is made out of plywood. Mm-hmm. It's like you can see the insulation, but everything is made out of plywood. And they've done some renovations since they changed the name, but man, it was a very scary place for me to go. But then I got to go and watch the funk guys again play, man. And my boy Danny played bass. He was in Patrice Pike's band for a little while.
Porcelain Grind.
No, not that Danny. Danny before Brown. His name's on mine.
Okay.
We call him Captain. But anyway, he took me over there, and he was just a beast, and played funk and turned me onto that whole scene over there. Y'all are going to have a great time.
Yeah, that's what we played over there a while back, and they did this, 2-stage situation, over in the sides.
There.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah, that was cool.
Oh, man.
And then the big old patio in the back. Yeah, that place was cool. I got a little koozie sitting on my toilet.
I heard you.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's nice little.
I heard you got a little koozie last night.
I did. Did I?
They had to take you home.
The mic.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
No, I was standing outside, and he's like, "Are they all in the van waiting for me?" And I'm like, "Mm-hmm."
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's ready to go. Everybody's always ready to go, and I'm like, let's stay a little bit.
Encore, Ethan, encore.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, cool.
Yeah. And so I went outside to find everyone, and everyone was in the van. And I was like, oh, dang it.
Dang it. And I was lost for a little while.
Yeah. Well, I found my way.
Well, thank you guys for
so.
coming to find your way here to Dave TV. We're going to get out of here. I've got some video from Pickles. Have you heard of Pickles? Great acoustic band. Awesome, man. Yeah. So we're going to play, I believe we've got If You Ask Me coming up. Anything you want to say before we go? I want to say hey to your family. They're good people, and thank you for letting them come
God
see
bless
us.
Hi, Mom and Dad. Hey, and Jennifer.
Yep, I cannot wait. Hello. Hi, guys. Can't wait. Stupid Drama, Boleys tour 2000 summer something. It'd be a blast, a riot. He says he doesn't want to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Dave TV, one of the best hard-working fucking bands that have nothing but love for the scene, even though they're not from here, and who we have nothing but love for. They've been nothing but cool, young, hip-hopping, and groovy rockers. And so I could talk for Dave and myself. We love the Boleys. Fuck the Boleys.
We love you guys.
Hey, and when you see Joe, tell him I said hi.
Oh, yes. And he says that he loves you guys as well.
I'm sure. He's
yeah, we have this telepathic thing going on.
Yeah, he's just talking to us right now.
Brothers and sisters.
Mm-hmm. All right, you guys. So tune in next week. We'll have a live set from Shitty Advice. And thanks to John for doing all the switching and Ray for hanging out with us today. Good times. Thanks for coming out, my friend.
Yeah.
Once again, thanks to you guys. Final words you want?
Final words. Dave called me out on it again just today. I was just as guilty. If we're going to bitch about the scene, don't be a fucking rock star and don't go support and expect everybody to come and see your band. It's up to us to change this. Dude, thank you for calling everybody out. If you're a rock star, fuck that. Go support rock and roll.
Yeah. Much love, you guys.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop.
I missed it.
Nice.
You asked me if I believed in God, I would tell you that I don't really know. You asked me what I do believe, and I would tell you that I believe we should chill the fuck out and try to get along, or at least tolerate meet each other. 'Cause we've been here a long time. We've been here a long time. We've still got a long, long way to go. This might sound a little bit hypocritical considering what I just said, but I'll still hate the world around me. But it's your world too. You've got the right to exist. And I guess most people do. And I guess most people do. I guess most people do. You asked me if I believed in ghosts. I would tell you, fuck yeah, I believe in ghosts.
Yep.
They haunt me all the time. And some of them were my friends. Some of them were my friends. You asked me what I thought about the APD. I would tell you, fuck the police.
Fuck them.
All of them.
That's just fucking puppets. That's just fucking puppets. Paid to fill a quota. And if you ask me what I thought about Los Spurs, I would tell you, Timmy's still the fucking greatest. But it's still a distraction. It's all a distraction from what really matters. From your life and your shitty bullshit. Minimum wage slave motherfucking job.
I am Buddy from Less Than Jake, and you are watching Dave TV. Watch it.
So. How's it feel to be alone? All my friends are real gone. Been this way for way too long. Gotta change for I'm done. This bridge is burning, now I'm paying tolls. There's a blaze in the back of everyone I know. These lies I told let me down this road. It's gotta change before I go. These lies I told, they ain't working no more. These lies I told, they ain't working no more. This bridge is